We had of no and then so Yamama Joe Emma Quapa Yankopon Shram, me did so be at in TV our train a DM program. Yamin Sham, Ukraine program even me no creno, Nano Creno, I this year. Now become near the Sadaka Siam Mr. Free and a home based TV management Nina Yakase Yankopon as a phone in Shram. Ya can say ye no, Namon so a more share or Royal TV in the Numeri, Yamuna Joe Emma Quaba, Yamin Shram Papa, Mubum Paya. Na mwakai program yinso yate se to da bi o ha ya na twitwitwi kakra ewum yate enkra na ba yate nenso kremu dak na o se nya basa kakra kakra ye bompa ye ne abedi nyankopon na nkasa ebeye eno achi na kame ho ne amfa se dakese enso emma dofo a omni titi mo mo wiri mu ma yesika because programming TV stations ma 5 ebia 1 hour 5 hours enya sem ketwa nenso adofo a mo hwe programming mu ana mutie tie sika kakra etomane ye mi etimi di tria kasa be mpanisi ana tam yenu hia eye pepe mo adaroma na me enhira mo papa na ye koso sra mo dwumadie ne ye nyanwie etrenti ye nso de entimi nya acheso a into bibiara ka wakoma so person support such a wealthy cause and a program eti say no onso betimi amane ye kakra aba ye momo line so 055 35 74 933 na o send this can be a good screen so number no good screen so to bet my copy e dia beba na ye Joseph ana na ye evangelist e din na beba se onti bibia se ana ope intrimu bia fa ye programs ahodo aye no so a offer the same line na evangelist Joseph ana na be peke na nkomo bia wo bia no kono wabon kama frenchem ya da mo ase bebre ma me fa kwanya iso so na me na Atimpoku SDA Church asoro pani a woda no osofo a woda safona no eni asafo ba utwato mu nyina ye da mo ase papa enra ade ana ye ne mo ne bomu esombo ho mo kyerɛkyerɛ ya akosi anwumre no mo ntwitwi mo mpabo ase nyame ehram papa esrem de isua no mo mi nyina amfa nya dwuma nsiesie ho ma yesu ba ya etoso mienu no na nyame pa ntetuam ana meboa memene da ebe yin so ewo Kasoa SCC SDA Church Kasoa SCC SDA Church ade evangelist amame any team ni nyina ye de ni kyerɛ konom na hon so ya bebo yesesen wo ne mu nyina ba besua de fra no pa no wotwe kokopem se nonum ebe pai mu enti obi bia wote Kasoa ACC Mataheko Dansoma Kasoa SCC ene potemo honom no obetime hia ewo Kasoa SCC SDA Church anopa no ni nyina ya bom asua de ewo ho enu achi no on the 27th of this month ye call Bekwai Central SDA Church Asante Bekwai Central SDA Church ehono no ye beba enyame pa 27th of this month inti no so mubetimi ehia ho na ye nyina yabomu abonkomo kama na program a wo hwe no ende no enyankopon te asefo no pa ukuada nwumre wo besa nya repeat na hwenti na hwe ni ye ba bia wa nte ase no ukuada no asa abo wani akonhoma enu achi no ukuada no eyade a Trinity TV ana BATV enso be fa repeat no e de aman nti sesi e de ye tre ye nkwaban ni nyina afiri usika o sende e de ba no na nyankopon ti asefo no onhwe wo ma wasan mu enwe de biara da ye frɛ me so afu de hye Kofi Kakari na evangelist the researcher yen ye frɛ no prophet of our time Joseph Anane Ashebatakari o menchewa evangelist se wa dwuma kwa ba
yeah yeah
Batakari de mani prepa so ba bro so me e de bre okay and the program I hwe no eye Bone to His Bone part 4 dompe kokani dompe ho ofen to so 9 na ye to aso enne ne ye was 7 videos I be e de akere wo na betuma dwan ye Facebook mesrew so TV achikura o TV no mo phone no say smartphone kwade a bomodena because so papa bruchirefo ehwe no nyasam ketwa eti bomodena na wo de ko Facebook home based TV wo be hu feed no ho na wa like no wa share said the ya ye betu apeti wiase ba bia ama obia so betwenya program de bi ahwe ye da wase se wo ye ne sama ye no echi no message bi so a wo send it by WhatsApp line na be jebre ya kenkan e di ama mo adwo mo atena se evangelist part 4
yes
to His Bone part 4
ye the radiase said the waka no ya hwefo ene yinwanu mu a omotu adwumede yin ka
that's right
ya do mase papa amanda roma ena ye de messages ye de enkransami enam frama mu na wadi kan ka se kuada ebayi Trinity TV anasa BATV
ebefa program repeat no
repeat no enti ne nyinaa yɛ ɔmommo a ɔmode boa yɛ enti ɔmo nkɔ so ara na meeting Glasgow meeting na akɔ so nso no bebre na afra me sɛ akɔti sɛ na ɔmo TP na ɛmɔde
yes ɔmo frɛ
yes sɛ wɔn TP kora no a ɛmɔde ɛkɔyie nti mo de mo nya botre ɛkɔyie
ɛma wɔn asiesie wɔn ho hwɛ Yesu bae ne mo wɔn wɔn siesie wɔn ho nwie ndɛ ɛnya sɛm dɛ
ayɛ sɛ ebetu Trump adeɛ so no si yɛ kase akwa ne ebetu no na ahyɛseɛ na result ne mba no na ɛkɔyie ma Trump afei kase ne ba na mafɔ ho sɛ dɛ bi saa adeɛ no anyɛ yie ɛno bi na aba no nti sɛ wɔn te hwee a ɛma mbuntu akɔyie nti no mo yɛ ahosiesie ne ahokeka no yɛnhyɛ mo kina
na ndakora ho propro wa kakra bɛfa program ni
ɛna mo ase te mo hwɛ ne nso mai afei mimfa abere so enchia yi nuanum atempokofo ne akosomfo nyinaa na akofo nhyira wo no enompe ekoka ne nompe ho bone to his bone na yasem ne gina Ezekiel atwere no ɛyɛ nkomhye wa tire sanson chemo 9 de besi enso wotie nkomhye na fa nompe na akokwa no ho nkasa ho a nkomhye no ɛba ne mpirenu na mpirenu na ɛba no de efiri chemo 9 verse 4 to verse 7 ɛyɛ 1 ɛno yɛ baako
okay
now verse 4 to verse 7 no woka bomo a or say did it be by there was a noise or also by there was a shaking entini did any also na by no and the cover by say enumpe koka ni dompe yes and no now we verse 7
that's
right na sa did no enumpe no betti sa did no na ya ka tro mo se enumpe ho akokwa no muntie Awurade asem
that's right sanu
for kind muntie Awurade asem ena me de to ho se enye mempo komhye nankasa kire mo se ejira ma Awurade asafo ena be de me se eye me da kwanyefo asore ebi se ene no
won so mo mpem
eno no so mo mpem papa
tie hye nkomu mi
enti no Nyankopon asem no enkomhye no a ebenya ne nombe no edi dedeba
okay
edi owoso ba asafo no na ebebepo ebe nso beje enti omo abegye no omo ne enumpe no a ekoka ne nombe ho no enti ase ye dwon osafo no na nkomhye no eno ebewie September 11 2001 aturanche mesi wo New York America propon ba kono no ni emanche ne fa wi mo shepre ekobobo Twin Towers no mo Joel nkomhye no oka no oja moja ene mosie kumo
that's right that's Joel chapter 2 verse 30 to 31
very good blood and fire and pillars of smoke production the picture now to screen also Sebi President Pato bring us that same picture again the one that you just slided off very good sa picture we Sebi me akrase ni kra me akrase ni na me ne Joel na tie sa abra no me hu abrosanda no na watwere se ohun se ansa na erada kase no emra no ensanchene beba ne ye oja moja ene wo sie kumo
that's right
na wo hwe wo ka brofo no a no wa ka the blood and fire and pillars of smoke ahwefo mo hwe fo ne na mo hwe no se anya pillar oja firimu ni anka de biem na Joel no opa
ka well time me ensi abrosan ska crackers ni ade ade no
na bi ni ho
ene Nyankopon pagya no kwa akiri no o kire no se
yes
it will be hu say ye pillar
e be hu say pillar
that's right
ene no krepa nso wo mo no kreka saka wo mi ni se omo afupre no be ka omo de omo nim dada se pre wo wiem na se ABC fom na se obetimi ahwe fom a abrosa titenti se wasase nyina na se pillar omo ka atiketa e de se American chance a enam fom age se pre na be sifo so de se dada me se nye po enye pillar na ya dan enti Joel no ho ade no wa chirichiri se de o kan no enti ono ho adan se pillar ojane mojane musie diafra epie firimu eno ni mfoni na ya hwe no
ena no dika
yes eno na meka se ezi fo nko na wo homa ya twra to sa sa de we besi ena esi na wo ye ezi fo homa no kra to nchen a Bible say oja moja ene musie kumo da ban na efrisa Joel tro sa ankransa we de besi sa to nem chen ebre be no ho se bibisa esibi mu a ewo wi ase abakose mu
that's right
ebi nsi da
eka nipa miensa na nka nipa mpem miensa
3000
ene shade
da ena nkom se to kire se saa de we no eno na di amanaman bofuo no eba Revelation chapter 11 verse 18 or can the anger of the nation and pass so a see you in the sea and to pabas as a soil to China day ye perceive ye be sad no TV so one more share no a being person humanity yana yes you have an assetacra afe sa at renchen see and no ni enum enen de edit the day or so ni enum be ko kan no pe no hu e na ede ne bae won a agi tu mo se ampa we ye nkomhye omo hyase e kan ho bom se ye bo Yesu mai no ho debu na ete se Yesu Kristo nya ne ye no on so ne suafo no ehia ye won Yohana Semper 3 no John chapter 20 verse 21 to 23 Yesu Kristo Bible say ohome gu omo so se monye hu konkron no no mo sa kan ye sanka kanun ko ade a enka ewunya se asomafo nwuma na tiri menu be sa ba biu se na Kristo ahome huhum na gu omo so
ye Pentecost
na ansa na Pentecost be ba no on se onya ne ye no na ohome hu konkron gu omo so na kaka krema na ko on se odi hada dua 40 days and odi wasase so and on the koy
that's right
and na do echi 10 days time and na accept 2 e buy now wo be kono and na wo show modern hu me hu konkron gu omo so and no John chapter 20 21 to 23 enti ho na sa hu konkron Kristo hwe gu asuafo no so anso wo be kono eno na ma won ka bom mo enti no mo nyansa anka bom no kika wo bone je wo hu funso tumu eye be akoche se ne a Yesu ya na se SG po mo atete wo hu nyina no
o mo sam meka SG hu bi
ne kwanso ano no obi a odi ne yonkwa fom no obi a de ne bone che won kura hwe biem tina Acts 2:1 ka se na Pentecost da no duru ye no wo nyina de akoma kro ebom trefa ko ebom pa ye ne akopɔ hwe mu wo so enti ofredi kan no ene de sanka bom no ebareba na no Ezekiel ewo anisade hu no o kan se no mpene keka ho bom wie ye de pe keka ne do pe hu wie ye no na wedie ene ntina be hye mu nyina so no obi ada hodin won kasa
that's right
ene ne sa ba no nche bio ewo verse 9 Ezekiel 37 verse 9 10 say oni baba shenkom okay prophet no say then he said unto me prophesy unto the wind prophesy unto the wind and say thou says the Lord come from the four winds just say ahome no emfri emframa nan no mu eden emra na mehye enumbe yi mu amba so wo na o kan se na me hyenkom no sadie
o kire me
enti said the radio asem aka no saa ne ye no enti no every September 11 20 years ni vie duru no ni dodo abeji san kom se na de nyina no omo nyina ne yo na omo adwen beko benkrom
that's right
na ye de aboa aka nyame asem every September no saabra no ba nyina na Yakobon kan se enanum na mahwe me hu agumo mama na mo amrantie so enti na nya afe ba ko nwasa nya da ko so asem
that's right
every saabra ne ba nyina Yakobon oda so enyane enombe no te nombe ebeka ne nombe hu ti anya nwanwa se ye ba TV so be sere se no ano ba bia we ase drone ye huni ene di adanse egu TV so
mo
presby for Pentecost for SG for krem for onyina hu se no
ya omo ye send ska de basket ye mo kan ye no krenti mo nyen to asa na go fru dua pa na ye pia
no enombe na ka ne nombe hu no fisa sabi nya se nipa no wo ska bru so ama wo be TV so so wo disca ma no obi asa me kura me nya sa ti se me wo sa de ne ye no kure enti no wo mo eboy ni nyina no ehu se da bi Yakobon ebra o hye no ena drum
that's right
enti no mo eboy se ka fa mu mpa bom afutuo bibia no ye nyina no se yekuta adwen kro na komakro
that's right
fine enti no ofre beto so mienu no ena ma asafo no gina brane hode o de cobra for mo aka beka se the church triumphant asafo a ye ewo nkunim
that's right it is say the church militant
the church militant
it ye be do the church triumphant asafo edi nkunim asafo no na Yesu be fa no
no na Yesu be fa no enti no de beto so mienu a edi ahoden kase be wura asafo no mu no eno ye enkom sha ewo edi 17 no twetwe no a noma ebe di so aba se enompe no enyane a noma ebe sisi wi ase no ena be mo hunu se da bi ye duro ye ebrem enti mo ye nya dede eno na Nyankopon ma edi nokura be fa wi ase fa na nyinara ebi na eguso ayeye enam prama so Facebook fa mo wa brotire hwe na ade enye ye nko ne ye bosa dwumaje hu dewuro ebi mu so wa amanone mu so omonya abere den a wo mo ekasa enti ena de nyame ma efri wi ase afa na nyinara eko ekuo ba ko mo se Yesu ka wo John 10:16 say o se
ma me so a
ɛhɔ ne yɛ 1236 baabi ɔka sɛ anwam foforɔ bi na mewɔ
nwambuo no atwi atwa so ɔba mu
Very
na
good.
ɔwɛmfoɔ baako
ɛhɔ no ho ɛntam meka sɛ nsɔresɔre ate ɛho firi asi ɛho ne wɔn mu amba bi mam da sɔre nyinaa mpakyɛ anwamwo no ɛyɛ baako
that's right
wankasa wɔ dodoɔ baako na ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna ɔsɛ atwa sɛ wɔn mu ɛwɔ akyire no ɛdɛ wɔba mu asɛm ne nie ɛnti sɛ wogye de sɛ wodeɛ no ɛna hyeta wiase afa na nyinaa deɛ a ɛne akyerɛ yɛ ne nyinaa nkɔka ho na sɛ wodeɛ ne wiase afa na nyinaa deɛ a ɛnyɛ baako pɛ ɛna wɔbɛsa afa na nyinara
ɛyɛ SDA
ɛnti bra bɛka ho ne yɛnkɔ wei ntɔkwa bi anim
okay me bisa a question me bisa one nso
yes
say Joel chapter 2 verse 30 to 31 wabra World Trade Center na omde airplane no kokko bobo mu no
yes
se obi ani ama no ho so anhu se nkom hye ni nie yankopon frase ahwie no honhom de ama na safo e de awie asempakan na so otwa adwuma no wa hu
yes
it wata na se second one na ebe ma enkanya so no nkona ba no se nipa no betime hunu no ama na yi ana
se wanhu a no obi anka nkyere no a odibem
okay
ba nyame ba
ebere yi nim no obu na ni go so
yes na nyankopon kwan osiesie saafo no saafo no ete se Cornelius de na asapata no obo mpaye no onim se nyankopon bi wo ho wehu ne hu ne nsam no adwuma na de be ohu kwan poten won fa so nkodu sa nyankopon ne nchen because yesu ma Petro se ko papa ne nchen na yi ho de kire no ebe ni asapata 8 obiani no a yi Philip ko bo na so no ono so twa na ekuta no
okay kan
on tiase nyame no na so be se no ko bo se ma so yes ya TV so aye kan so be for us o mekuta me remote na me chinchin TV ni so na be pie mu so
that's right
ya me to kwa wo bofo na so nsem o de wa ko ba bia dokra no wo no
that's right
sa na nanche ne tie enti saafo no a omo de akoma pa na adwen pa ne opepa hwe dokra ne de kwan bi aso no o ba be pie so
that's right
enti no ba bia ye dre hu foni na wo screen no so no se wiase nyina ya baako me ka we se nyina me de osoma hodo o nyina ya baako
kremusom
yes.
Traditional Buddhism Shintoism Christianity
ya baako se eja konkro Pope Francis krata o de aba bonje da bia bo ho de Royal Laudato Si eno na omode ama mpanimfo a ekohia mu e wo Glasgow eno na mo pon na otwe miinu se yemfa nka ne mpanimfo besusu ho na yemfa mu akwankyere no emu wiase nyina se de ebe ya mamu mra anso ho se we anyane ezifo a ene memedafo aka na minim de benya no bio
okay
efiri se si nyina ye wogidi ahodo mu obia som ne som na prako pe oso nyina ko bo anu go faako eni po Francis de Christopher nyina ya baako na aka memedafo nko a na se mo so metra wa nwa no de a ene na mehu ne eko ti no ka se emre no mu no ba wi ma na be ti ase Daniel kan
okay
mensanka bi krata no a po Francis wode ma alokshama so mo fa ko ma UN no eye me nwanwa pa se eja konkron Pro Francis sakrata no obron beka se ofremu no me hu se de mesinka no hwi
wode to ahwehwem
na enya hwe ba ko oye ne kakraka na boskin no so no edan no a wo mo kom meeting e wo Glasgow no wode ade ne sa ma ne se mo mfanse dan no ba bia na nipa ne twem a wo
ti se woni documents ni bia na wo ye fi wo de na agya pompo a wo beba na sa sensen ho
ho ena na me bisa se enti ade nkwa ne wo sa
de
so ho enti ahwefo me pa cho we no me twefre National Catholic Reporter e ho na me information free ya na Roma for na wo Ghana ha no asofo no be frame say ne me no mo tiase me pa cho we de monko bisa National Catholic Reporter
that's right
e wo so now e ho na me che say e senka ezefo hu say wiase nyina so nyina akoye ba akwa ye say ye yo ba akwa sho mo nsami e se wo mo no e san yakopon che mo konkron no mo timi ka che wiase say ba bia mo ko no enkom se kire say Bible no ahwe ase na oni wiase amanaman ahemfo aden abobaman e ho na ye duru no na ho no woduru ho a de se wo kan ye chechemu nan memman
mo firi ni mu na mo anya ne boni ni bi na mo anya na so twen ni bi
enti nyankopon man e firi ni mu pie no o mo beba ni nyina no o mo bom ne nya Israel ntondu mienu no e ho na 12 tribes no ye nya firi so nyankopon fra ni man e firi wiase afa na nyinara abeka okuo ba ko enti no eho e na sese komse ne ye duru no enti no o mo budom sika bo program nyina no o mo kai se enye program no keke na o mo bo atua ka wo
David
o mo pa mo aka Revelation 18:4
that's right
eho ne ye duru ebio o hwe meet o mo ko ye no a ye die kire kakra na nsem bi twere mo a me de ye mu bi na anya ye ngwangwa na mom efo ade ye kan so
okay
wo hwe program na e ba ye no a ye the presidency program we me na me print ye me ni ho nyansa e de wo screen so
that's right
no ye program o mo hwe so e ye adwumade nyina na wo hwe miinu na me ngwangwa kakra do anya me ngwangwa de bet me ngwangwa say de aka nyina chi e da konkropon Francis e na Christopher ne Osuma hu da ko shia
ni United Nations ko shia e
wo ye timenya akukuduro aye de da screen so yi wo hwe ehihye no a omo twa edabi to ho se eye homeda Emma program no na me na pedi akse wa me hu ba bi ese but abaskin no so but MC am fancy ho a wo de mane ti ho a ebe wo the earlier pages
okay
yes wo de earlier pages
yes
baby a o skin no so dia baby a ye de red ink akere ho no e ho no why the rest day ahead of second week
okay
yeah share week 2 week 2 wo de come ho no wo
okay
yes share baby a columns no baby a watcho
rest day ahead of second week
yes
of negotiations
day very
Sunday
very good
November 7th
me that so wo na me bisa ahwefo say we ye cop 26 26 na kire say ya ye na afi saa 26 edonu nsia
meetings akodo a cop no omoaye no de toso aduenu nsia e no mko na nanu ya
very good nti every cop 1 so mo ye ne Copenhagen 1995 ye mi se omo se da ben e no mako meeting no a omo yi kwasiada esim se kwasiada we die e be ye homeda amaye wo meeting ase omo ma ye 1
sada meeting ye nto aso
ye obi ahome
ye ahome
mo se wi ase hye say enti mo de America mo de hye ani mra babu a agwa akwan mu se be bi antante mo ti ma nya kokudro na botre ahome ase what we ase enti no we edi adanse se kwasiada no a Christopher na posonsomfo akakwa bomu ne nkremofo no yasenya akakwa bomu se ye ba kwasiada home no ya chese da kotwa mo furo madada e wo meeting no mo kwaye no we de amedi twemu kake na etoso mienu won go meeting no asoye ai kasa fa apomden hu no won peni ba ko wo yoba e fa the minister Kagan na wono be kasai na de kasa mu o kan sem bi baby I made red ink na mark no obo ho na be boaye
no ho fe papa
ai
o say
yeah I know your minister Kagan speech at COP26 climate action for health event yes
okay health minister
yes
Gillian Gijan, Keegan, delivered the closing remarks at the Climate Action for Health event at COP26 on Science and Innovation Day.
Very good.
Department of Health and Social Care, published on 9th November 2021. Okay. COP26 Glasgow, Scotland, delivered on 9th November 2021. Transcript of the speech exactly as it was delivered.
Sir.
Okay, I'll say. Thank you, Dr. Naira, for the introduction.
Yes.
And thank you to the panel. It was a fantastic, informative, and lovely discussion.
Yes.
Thank you to Minister Martin for chairing it so expertly.
Very good. Yes.
I guess we all really enjoyed hearing the insights and also the progress that's being made. I would like to send my best wishes to Dr. Hala Zayed, the Egyptian health minister, who was due to join the panel day.
Okay. After one will say, what job will call the next page and the next and the next. Maybe I direct now. I'm making no concept.
Oh, okay. Okay. The next page and answer say. There was a time when people might have wondered what health minister was doing at a summit about climate change.
Yes.
But those days are gone. There is now widespread recognition, including here, of course, in the room today, that climate change isn't just an environmental emergency. It's a global health emergency too.
Very good.
According to the UN, climate change is expected to cause around 250,000 extra deaths a year between 2030 and
2050.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one. I'll say, because if our shared experience on this pandemic has taught us everything, it's that our action have an impact on those far beyond and our shores.
Very good.
And today, we've seen yet more shared solidarity in response to this looming threat, with some concrete commitments being made.
Very good.
And I'll say, we can't sit back and wait for the evidence to come to us.
Yes.
Because the longer we wait, the worse the impact will be.
Also,
there really is no time to spare.
Sure.
One of the greatest successes of the pandemic was the way the nations worked together at a rapid pace to pull out knowledge and our expertise.
Very good.
Like sharing data from vaccine, clinical trials, setting up databases for
genomic
sequencing.
Yes, what they can
Okay.
Dear Papa, many can you ne brofo bebrebe nyina ne say. A year climate change, meeting on my corner. Enhwemu aba ne say, yare wo wiase nyina kogu fa ako a. Ewemu sakira no nkwa no ebekum nipa opia had 250,000 and ebekum omo aka ho. Enti de nhwe na yentu anamo. Na no na wo kire mo say, kwan ba ko ebetimi afa so to anamo ne say, send the COVID yabai. Now we are saying na ka bomu na obia a doctor for the pania by the extra edum de ye fa sa kwano so a enko yemu sa kira ye no o kan ye pe e na adwenko si eja konkro for Francis so ne picture na was no so no
okay
so o kan ye September last year say kwan ya ye fa so eko COVID no ye fa sa kwano so a ne ma wiase no ana asase no enhome o kan Associated Press Pope was use pandemic to give environment a vital rest. September 1st, 2020.
We are P and also.
Sir. Now, some no can and no can that to see no. Say, we share paragraph 237 no. Or she question dano and na essay yare.
Yeni yanko point me
yare.
Yeni amanaman chami
yare. And the sa we are senators yare. And it said ne on committee. Ma ja to mo say climate change e kum nipa 250,000. They go see 2030 dia. Now I know draw back say yan home. Now Pope Francis so dia ba say home ye no aye be home kwesa e na esa bia say yare dia. And then na dia bem na aka. Sir, and no monga so adia tum according to UN the article by June 16, 2016. Omo di by say home we aye la that to see no. E no na mo gina so e de chichiri meeting no mo ko ye. 27 agenda 2030 na 17 goals. And also the Paris Climate Agreement are more call meeting now.
Okay.
And the so far the person Michelin say, Oya Gia to say, send nipa 250,000 enko goodie, yem fa kwasiada no emrase be bebosa owudu no ho ban. Na sa kasa no mo kan no. Eno ene ma video mi so bebo ade akiri no. Di information by.
Okay.
Fi say omo kire mo say mistake ya. Ya ma enipa wu ya pandemic de mu no me enye sa mistake ma climate change to nipa wu
okay
mistake ben de course so video me say ba chirim
okay I don't know say dem kind and your videos ma 7 I be hwe Intimacy Productions am I crowd videos 1 to 3 in row and for mine.
There will be a surprise outbreak. Given, as you heard from the introduction, that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations, I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with. So for those who think that infectious disease...
The president is, as you said, playing it down. But what Woodward did with the president's permission was he recorded all of these interviews. There are 18 wide-ranging interviews. And what we're going to play you first is the president in his own words, February 7th, telling Woodward in striking detail just how much he understands about how deadly and dangerous the virus is.
And so what was President Xi saying yesterday?
Well, we were talking mostly about the virus, and I think he's going to have it in good shape, but, you know, it's a very tricky situation.
Indeed,
it goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. You know, people don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
I know. It's
pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing? This is more deadly. This is 5 per. You know, this is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%. You know, so this is deadly stuff.
John, I just want all of us.
Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob. Just today and yesterday, some startling facts came out. It's not just older.
Yeah, exactly.
Young people, to plenty of young people.
So
what's going on
give me a moment of talking to somebody, going through this with Fauci or somebody who kind of it caused a pivot in your mind, because it's clear just from what's on the public record that you went through a pivot on this to, oh my God, the gravity is almost inexplicable and unexplainable.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you,
sure, I want you to.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes,
because I don't want to create a panic.
You know, but John, this wasn't just about panic.
Adolfo mo yesan e mo ko ababio akwa videos ma ko tre sebe adanse enti ye kunsun ayi ho ahwenti ensa ko evangelist of no chichi mu mai.
Very well. Oh, say on tie video ni ya jodi kan kasa ye no Anthony Fauci. America wa ye djuma wo ko wada asoya ehwe yarewa esan yare e ba wiase no. Watra sa asoya na no se panin ebru imfie aduasa more than 30 years.
Wow.
Na ye to abawie ye ye Trump so man panin sabe ye nya nimfa nsi konya so. Oye meet sa papa ne Anthony Fauci no oye meeting.
Okay.
Na so mo hwe screen on phone be ma no na e wo no mo dia to.
Wa she chichi kama no.
Ono e no ka say o ka tre Trump pe fe ma na ati ase say se dini obejeni me twa konya so wi a atwere ntem kase be ba wi ase ne be ha America. Eye sa yade yi. 1-2 days COVID-19. But we see yade kase bi e be bo wi ase na e be ka America.
That's right.
So onye go to o man pani oba no fo. So on fan she nwa akoyam. So no why say adwuma na man ebrofie aduasa into onim ne worka. Ampa so anche na COVID-19 ye teninka. And opani ba ko fe no Bob Woodward. E ko Trump nchen say opani koma me no be die yi miracle do. Enti no de me pese me ye wo no Trump say ya de meka bia no de atwebu ahoma so.
That's right.
And na watwengu so. E no be say Trump say ya de ye bai wo gi ni say. Wo si ya de na ehu na me pese America fo be cha say ya de na ehu ti say na be hu na wo no. Sansem na Trump kan ye no. Ene na nyina no mboda bo no ko ado say. E sense wangi ka no ho. Ama America fo hu ba bia ye duru e wo wi asemu nti. E ma yare ne ba America mpofiri ma kunku ni pe bebre. So wa ye mponso. Na de ntia me bo video mienso nyina me chire mo no say. Aja konkro Pope Francis. Ne letter be basket no say yara. Wodin kransem akoma COP26 for meeting akoya enra kwa no mo wi. Letter de koma oni apart from the odima Alok Sharma ma odi share mponimu edi chicheche dem ho no wano nkasa sa atro biu na ne nsa no ntro ye ni de yakochere ko krata so ni a message to the Holy Father, message of the Holy Father for Francis of 26.
To His Excellency,
yes,
the Right Honorable Alok Sharma, President of COP26,
yes,
the 20th session of the Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.
Very good.
Glasgow, 31st October to 12 November 2021.
Yes.
Okay.
Our post-pandemic
our post-pandemic world will necessarily be different from what it was before the pandemic.
Yes.
It is that world which we must now build together, starting from the recognition of past mistakes.
Very good. And you know, a Jacob Francis say, "Dear, we are here, yes, is here. Young Shanayan of Fufro. Nanko, yes, sir. Dear, young Fonsoy, a Bremen, a Bremen, Yanko, and Sabi, not a do be more than Madrid. Dear to American. Dear to American, Mumbanis, who said, Pandemic divine, a Kunkum Baby. And you know, your catcher will say, climate change, a Bekum 250,000. Afibia, ya Bomoko. It's Mamma, yes, said, Trump, yen, dear no. Or dear ma, or how Abaviasino, Momunko Yepi. And you know, one yakas ape, nature say, and yet they am Penopana Cushiano, as so much the Jacob Crop of Francis Akan. Now, a Becca do obedi a nimu, Acosa, Quaquanchino, and come Shachimo say, say a drew be a honor, a benya or mine barco. Uncle Shemoon, or did not share a decent do me and such a moon, a dunum, the Bessie, Dunson, Revelation 13, 15 to 17. 2 men be or sa 2 minutes home America buying. Mean chilemu come say mobia.
That's right.
American the bedi animu. Na shebi o maye bia no American the bedi animu dia ba wiase. Wontemen ton. Sa covid ba ye ene no mo dia bata pane no ho any card no ho. Ana bobra che say yemfa sa akwa no so a yemfa nye climate change. Enti wontemen ton. Eno no na yedi be climate change no.
Oh, okay.
Eno na di abonje na shede ne so beba no. Na America na bedi animu. Edi wiase nyina akom.
Enti kwasi ada homegeda no. So wa anya ntumu a.
Yes.
Ye be hyemra den de tia so wo society ne ye de wo ka ho enye yi.
Enye yi.
Wonton.
Sa. Enti production my video nyansan bai.
Okay.
Na ye panchire.
Okay. Production videos 4 to 6. Samaya crowd no so moon room here.
Well, so is all the rhetoric you hear about our enemies getting stronger and America getting weaker. Let me tell you something. The United States of America is the most powerful nation on earth. Period. Period. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. We spend more on our military than the next 8 nations combined. Our troops are the finest fighting force in the history of the world. No nation attacks us directly or our allies because they know that's the path to ruin. Surveys show our standing around the world is higher than when I was elected to this office, and when it comes to every important international issue. People of the world do not look to Beijing or Moscow to lead, they call us.
Government above all. The United States, after having spent over $2.5 trillion since my election to completely rebuild our great military, is also by far the world's most powerful nation. Hopefully, it will never have to use this power. Americans know that in a world where others seek conquest and domination, our nation must be strong in wealth, in might, and in spirit. That is why the
indicated that China and Russia not showing up in Saudi Arabia was a problem. We showed up. We showed up. And by showing up, we've had a profound impact on the way I think the rest of the world is looking at the United States and its leadership role. I think it's been a big mistake, quite frankly, for China, and with respect to China not showing up. The rest of the world is going to look to China and say, what value added are they providing? And they've lost an ability to influence people around the world and all the people here at COP. The same way I would argue with regard to Russia.
President Biden also addressed an argument that some people make that tackling climate change could put people's jobs at risk. Here's what he said.
It's not just a moral imperative, it's an economic imperative as well. Investing in our clean energy future is an enormous opportunity for every country to create good paying jobs and spur a broad-based economic.
Yeah, I don't know sign Emma Kwababio. You have a swasremo. What do you want TV at crab or more than Facebook? Could be home-based TV, Facebook. Obehu program no or like a program na share my see any nipa bebre and ehwa wotumi say information enya no enika nti yesrema momoden na monko na mon share program no emai Evans
very well enti no ana na Obama eka say America ni ekura hu odin eche ekura ka nyina aman nyina wo asase so oye bema je Biden aka de Obama aka no oye bema na so say kono so ka bi ana Trump so ka si so say sika America asai e de aye akonia no ma obon pa se mo obi mbagije America na ode na ho de akota sa ni pa no so fi say America na ekura ho ode enti no enkom hye ka to ho say o ma me beba wiase na na hyase no obeba no boko so gwama na obekasa de a na wiye no obekasa obekasa te se otwase aban bi ne wo te se okasa te se otwase che America sa
eche nkomhye ne ne kopepe
ene ne kopepe enti America na bedi wiase nim ahyemra no Biden mincho moko ye no ye omo apon so wakoka wa ha say okoko ha say ba America aba no ya make kase be table no ye ba say ye bedi wiase nim ene wo kire mo say Russia amba China mampani amba Saudi Arabia mampani amba na eye mistake no waye mbuso mo aye no che say wiase no na nka yesusu say China na edi wiase nim no man kasa no de o man ni kire say omo ni aye adwene a yedi wiase nim no ene ahoden a yedi wiase omo ni bi na America na aba no na di wiase adanse say ba mo aba no on be di wiase nim akoko ni di nim no kronso no waka no aye Obama or the America Echo Paris Agreement no ena Trump yi free mu enkura kan ye wo ha ne aduokron nu 195 countries omo nyina ka mo ho ne bom no omo antimi ahyemra impien nan omo ko basa to anasesa
because the banking moon crack access omo ye without America they will all be users
yes say no meet here omo wie ne nra no say China anko China mampani anko Russia mampani anko Saudi Arabia mampani amba ena makoma bi no America ba nti yenhwe se meti apon no we be afi a ye be komu yi yenhwe de besi
safe dia on betu anam na on be kase ye twa
we say ye mo ko chiche mra ye be sam mra no e be yedwuma na asa nyedwuma because America se yaba na ansa na yendo hompo no National Catholic Reporter we the Roman Catholic for mo na mo boa yen je mo boa yen sa nsem de mo mfa ka me yenda mo pamra na 29th October 2021
okay yeah 29th October 2021
yes Biden praises blah 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 blah
okay okay President Joe Biden praises Pope Francis as the most significant warrior for peace I have ever met during a close-watched meeting at the Vatican on October 29th.
Yes.
The meeting was between two world leaders. Took place against a backdrop of deep divides in the American Catholic Church.
Me pacho brofo no aka no. Brofo no. Yanko school do ntino. Ya na ye jinchire mo fun panimfo ho. O say the meeting between the two world leaders. Nipa mi na ekohia ho. Efre baako President Joe Biden. And efre baako the Holy Father Pope Francis. O say world leaders here empanimfo edi wi ahye anim. Entanye bia no Sir Joe Biden said America man pani di wi ahye anim a. Eja konkro Pope Francis so ono so odi wi ahye anim. Maybe some of them
meaning that if we are no
sanity. Aha, enti na me kan say a Christopher Nina, question that's really be and Cremusuna, no, Nina, don't want question I say. Enjoy the money.
That's right.
I know that one that
makes him a world leader.
Sanity, because of the
Pope. And the president met privately for more than 75 minutes.
More.
Certain what is believed to be the longest meeting between Francis and any world leader.
More.
Discussion of climate change topped the agenda of Biden's meeting with the Pope.
More. She said, meet your nipper Munukoshai. Yes, some of can yarn climate change. Na efa sima eduosun enum. Enti sabio monimo nti se awaka kra na Pope Francis warrior ayi 175 minutes na fofo na me.
That's 1 hour 15 minutes.
Yes. Pupuna pupuna me don hwere baako ne sima dunum. Ade asem kwa na one ne doba baako do ba de kan ya mutimi ka bi. So ade asem. Every say document ne kire say one Trump share no one Trump kasa 30 minutes. One Obama share ne 52 minutes. Na do ba ne kwa so a 75. Ade nso omo kan ye baako pe climate change. Enu mo na kwasa da mana de shemu. So enti ade no say de keka ko no obi ne betre obi ofi say Bible a say America na be di say adwuma no. Na America, Miss America, Roman Catholic, so many back on the Father Justrum Isaac Kurtadam. Ye can once a baby or no abbey. Or cano, Mosumia, a tosunum of Fimo say. Or Francis, I can't or dear Banner can ladder to see action plan. Or war a fiba who more and only a whom me afe.
Oh, okay.
Ah, we are seeing now Betty Humida. Then no, I yet a transition or dear Banner Tratu.
Okay.
Jenny, I hold on so. Now, more than few so in the bedding sunshine, and that if I feel better soon, a dress half in one, I have whom me half him a wease. If the first half you go in, that be a request that be a wease. Or no, one can't have a crow. Yamin Chadia, Ghana Hayara, so for Penny, a friend of Archbishop Philip Name,
Catholic Bishop Conference or
President. Ye could do and Riano, ye bedouin Riano, and no de canton and to our Vatican News, June 8, 2021. Say, and Riano Abano Yaka could Riano, or more Catholic any dear Nimu. Na Ejina Pope Francis, 7-year pranoa, we are yellow, Ejina so. And Jay Vomo do and Rianoa. So Penny, Name, say, Yamama son to say, and Riano. Every Pope Francis I catch it. And could do you and the president, whatever and if you say, oh, whom you fine. And what should I say? Dear in Shayaka, or whom you more, yam find your Juma, a bay Juma yen next year, I fear bay 2022. Or say, in Shayaka, whom you a bay Juma next year. Also, one can share crow. Now, created a mayor, I say, a question that some and aka.
Oh, okay.
And on no second and Sakos are some, I fear the community any of the baba. And on a Francis who put their mamping for some Munko meeting, a Munko Sham from my Assemness. And you yet the Yaku say, yes, so no, nice you forecast a Bishop was said, I'm no, won't Timon Nadia, no. Sad now, the Uncrophone bay.
No more catching no one cas one mujiti.
As you for
because a brahon pupuyenne who near me dance wa airban. Say, same woman as you for come one or two, and no name one.
Set a brana upon that down commission can't say about yes or bewishing. Some with a be a Mokosha Adamo Yaka. Ye we yes, Nankasaka and I feel more common to Yinini. And John was for an essay. And Tia Nante.
Okay.
And you know, and then Uncle Poise said, a cobaya, almost say a fear bay, Yabashaka Sadamra. I never want to say meeting Poyano, a Monsamona, a Koyi.
That's right.
A Koyamo.
That's right.
Fine. And you know, member said, yes, a bet in a bracodada. And you show documents, no, say no question that so no, and no, I wider hope. Now, may person be demanded to see you, a Jacob Francis can or meet your Mokoye. Now, or can send me womb, and no, ye, or the ma Scotland Church, a year Catholic Church, was Scotland. Member see a bebo and no so keke. Now, for Yashadi, okay, baby, Yakson board no one.
Okay,
over to me, I can head in there.
Let's say letter of the Holy Father Francis.
Yes.
To the Catholics of Scotland.
And
I'll say, let us implore God's gifts of wisdom and strength upon those charged with guiding the international community as they seek to meet this grave challenge with concrete decisions. Inspired by responsibility towards present and future generations.
And you pronounce it to say, yɛmmɔ mmɔden yɛnsrɛ animdeɛ ɛne ahoɔden ɛma wɔn mo a yɛde esi ɔmo abɛkyerɛ sɛ hyia ma mokɔ hyia yi ɔmo mfa hyehyɛ apa ɛwɔ akwan mu sɛ bɛbɛbɔ ɛnɛ mmerɛ mu yɛban ɛne bɛbɔ ɛho ban afei to aso
time is running out. This occasion must not be wasted, lest we have to face God's judgment for our failure to be faithful stewards of the world He has entrusted to our care.
Pope Francis say, "Ebre eni ho eche se ebre sa na yenhwe yi na kwanya abayi no yansan no se yakɔ ne yahye mmara no anse no se de wo se yɛhye no no a onyankopɔn atemmu ɛbɛba yɛ so."
Wow.
Pope Francis ni agya konkro Pope Francis di ɔde ama meeting ɛkɔ yɛ ni ɛndi sɛ wo kɔtra meeting na se na yɛ de sankra nkrato e ma no se empanimfo de abeto monim no se mo anhwe yi na mo mane ho a no me beba mo so a so de America ne be ya sa de wi entina me pe mo akere zie for say ne akom nko a enti no wo mo kasa me man fi se de omo ye no de kwasada fo ne nkremfo no de do na nim de wo kiri eze fo de omo nim de ye kai.
That's right.
Enti mo na ahoden wo mo ehɔ na no mpe no esɔre ahoden mu enti ye bread be sɔre ye ani yanka na ebre yi mu a enche Joe Biden say ono obedi ni mu na de mra na ba wiase sa tini so omuntie no a omuntie no de nam ni ti America nya pagya mu a enkonimdie no ba ye de a
Ivan unim so bi tie na de ye kan nyina na so wonte ase tie message o de wa on fa ni din so am say it seems the global post is being shifted. You told us categorically clear that the COP26 meeting was going to establish Sunday as the world's rest day.
Yes.
It didn't happen as that. Please explain it well. I'm waiting.
I see.
I'm saying the carry documents. I'm so one thing.
On the other kutu.
That's right.
Other kutu. Joe Biden say, "Oh no, nobody anymore."
Okay.
And you won't train. Never the missy.
Okay. Okay.
I can't tell.
I don't know. I quite know what I said. Baby P. Aboboano. I'm saying you may be the banner. Now, so you know about Asoya Snare, which me boy, Sika from me, did me about council. Now, Messer and as a production ready as Maka Cracker, you could be free in your catch it. Ye ba, nothing about rapia.
Ensase amanso twibia eni ho na emu nkratasem edimu no eye instant properties ensase a ehon hyehye emudwo na basabasa bia eni ho no eye instant properties for ensase empo no se ho soso e wosikasem mu a instant properties wan hyehye papa demaw na oboni friend say installment no instant properties e wo ensase wo miaye bi etise Kai national so say what was say we na pese ye see a dino e de amount e yade say instant properties en penifo no be kon hyehyɛ na ye see a dino se na wo pani bia e de amount pomodinafo woni akyeremu e wo instant properties adwumakuo no akache e won kra hanom first light kanashi kwantempo no so woni kyeremu de ko eye koko clinic ayaresabia honom for instant properties adwumakuo no e wo 0200606341 and I say 0233803636 instant properties Ghana for da yeso wa danse mu no abam
I don't know sign MMO Kwababu, yet you may know Abanawe. Now, you have a swastra set program no Hunsu Moni Nipa. See TV stations now called 7. That is in Kakraka, my TV stations no doors of Sedabia, a dom bit mania program nothing. Then so on Cotier Drumra, Abaya. Tibako swastra said, Yametum and someone sending me brain, Sedabia bit media bois, I take care of the airtime. Now, number with me send this card, the bus for the Ababa program no A is 055 3574-933. So, also free programming only eating Comobia, so afraid the same line. Yeah, Evangelist Joseph and Anna Pekina and Comobio Obiano or Nemo Edgy. So, also free me a swift for the shake of Ikarin, so 0244-132368. That's 0244-132368 of Fra Adia Ebejoso. The Yamepa, Memeneda Ebe, Adia Eko. Kaswa SCC SDH Evangelist Joseph and any team of Eba on Tunes with me, Asia or Monafi Yakwan Befaswa, Yanubum, Esuya Ade, now question via what to me Ebisa, and now what you saw no Bequai Central SDH and so Adia, Yabeba on Monahomon, so Yababa Ceremony and Munina Abum, Esuya dear, come up to Monshan so sa and fa and my program nyame pa kuada enwumre ubenya ne repeat no ahwe ewo Royal TV and afi BATV Trinity TV ubenya ne repeat no ahwe ewo hono ntisha no so sa efa anye ya from esuafo de share Kofi Kakari nyame akwa wonam no so kasa kire no evangelist the researcher Joseph Anane nyame nsham asem
Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. I